Imagine a country so small, you could walk across it in less than an hour. A place where the entire population could fit into a single sports stadium. And the nation's total economy is smaller than the yearly revenue of some big city supermarkets. This is Tuvalu, a tiny island nation floating in the heart of the Pacific Ocean. Its GDP? Around $66 million, making it one of the smallest economies in the world. And yet, Tuvalu survives. Not just survives, but thrives in ways you might never imagine. Today on Truth Travels, we journey to the farthest edge of the map, to find out how this nation of just 11,000 people keeps its economy alive, and what lessons it holds for the rest of us. Tuvalu is easy to miss on a map, if it even appears at all. It sits roughly halfway between Australia and Hawaii, a chain of 9 islands and atolls spread across 600 kilometers of ocean. But the total land area? Just 26 square kilometers, smaller than some airport runways. There are no mountains here. No rivers. Just flat strips of coral barely peeking above the sea. The highest point is just 4.5 meters above sea level. Its capital, Funafuti, is little more than one long road, lined with small shops, government offices, and houses. The runway of its only airport doubles as a playground and football field when no planes are scheduled. For many people, Tuvalu isn't just remote, it's invisible. But for its citizens, this isolation has shaped a unique identity. So what does the world's smallest economy look like in practice? Tuvalu's income comes from just a handful of sources: fishing licenses sold to foreign fleets, especially tuna boats from Asia. Foreign aid, mainly from Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and the European Union. Remittances from Tuvaluans working abroad. And the most famous, royalties from the internet domain, TV. In some years, the fishing licenses alone bring in millions, as the surrounding waters are rich in tuna. But Tuvalu guards these rights carefully, refusing to let foreign companies overfish. Foreign aid often covers major infrastructure projects, from water tanks to schools. And remittances, while small in global terms, are lifelines for families. The TV deal, though, is Tuvalu's modern-day jackpot. In the late 1990s, Tuvalu struck agreements with tech companies to lease out its domain name for entertainment and streaming websites. This has brought in a steady flow of cash, sometimes up to 10% of GDP. Life in Tuvalu is simple. There are no shopping malls, no chain restaurants, no glittering tourist resorts. Most families live in modest houses with open-air kitchens. Electricity can be unreliable, and imported goods are expensive. A loaf of bread can cost several times what it does in Australia, if it's available at all. Much of the diet is local: taro root, breadfruit, coconut, and fresh fish. Pigs are often raised for special occasions, and family gatherings are central to community life. There's very little formal employment. Government jobs are the most secure, and others work in small shops or as fishermen. But many young men take jobs as crew on cargo ships and oil tankers overseas, sending money home to support parents, siblings, and children. The TV domain is perhaps Tuvalu's most unusual asset. When the internet's country code system was created, Tuvalu was randomly assigned TV. By sheer luck, these 2 letters matched the global abbreviation for television. In the late 1990s, as streaming and online media began to explode, companies saw the marketing value of owning TV websites. Tuvalu negotiated licensing agreements worth millions, a windfall that changed the nation's trajectory. This money helped Tuvalu pay its United Nations membership fees, build new schools, and improve its only hospital. It also gave the country a rare form of financial independence, reducing its reliance, slightly, on aid. For a nation with no mines, no factories, and no big tourism industry, a pair of letters became its most valuable export. But Tuvalu's small economy is fragile. The biggest threat is climate change. Rising seas are already eating away at the coasts. Saltwater seeps into farmland, making crops harder to grow. Wells are contaminated. Storm surges are more frequent and more destructive. Scientists warn that Tuvalu could be uninhabitable within a century, or even sooner. The government has made contingency plans, including negotiating with New Zealand and Australia for possible relocation of its people. Economically, Tuvalu also faces volatility. Fishing stocks can collapse. The TV domain might lose value in the future. And foreign aid could be cut if donor priorities change. For Tuvalu, resilience is not a choice, it's a way of life. In Tuvalu, wealth isn't just measured in money. The social fabric is strong. People share food, housing, and tools. Children grow up surrounded by extended family, learning traditional dances, songs, and crafts. One cultural principle stands out: fatele, the practice of working together for the good of the community. Whether it's building a canoe, repairing a roof, or preparing a feast, everyone contributes what they can. This community-first mindset means that while Tuvalu's GDP per capita is low, poverty as outsiders define it as almost non-existent. No one is left hungry. No one is left without shelter. From the outside, Tuvalu's economy might look vulnerable, even doomed. But within the islands, there is a quiet pride in self-sufficiency. Crime is rare. People walk or ride bicycles everywhere. Children play outside without fear. The pace of life is slow, but stress levels are low too. Tuvalu has also avoided the crushing debt that burdens many small nations. The government's cautious spending and small population make it easier to balance the books, though challenges remain. In a global economy obsessed with growth, Tuvalu has built a model that values sustainability, culture, and community over rapid expansion. Tuvalu's story is a reminder that size isn't everything. Small economies can survive, even thrive, with careful resource management, creative revenue streams, and strong cultural identity. The TV windfall was luck, yes, but Tuvalu's leaders turned it into long-term benefits. The fishing licenses require constant negotiation and enforcement, and the reliance on community means less dependence on imports than you might expect. For all its fragility, Tuvalu's economy works, because it's built for Tuvalu's needs, not for global competition. Tuvalu may have one of the smallest economies in the world, but in terms of resilience, community, and culture, it is richer than many nations far larger. Its future is uncertain, threatened by forces it cannot control. But as long as its people remain united, and the world continues to value their sovereignty, Tuvalu's story will remain one of quiet defiance against the odds. And perhaps, a reminder to all of us that success isn't always measured in dollars. If you enjoyed this journey to one of the world's smallest economies, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next story from Truth Travels. Click the like button to help more people discover this video, and share it with someone who loves learning about hidden corners of our world. Your support helps us keep exploring, researching, and bringing you stories you won't find anywhere else. Until next time, keep traveling, and keep seeking the truth.